remember feeling like I wasn't good enough. Had me questioning myself, I wasn't sure enough. Had me looking in the mirror, trying to analyze my figure. I ain't perfect, you weren't perfect, so that figures. You always put me in a bad place. So we were moving at a fast pace.
So this video is basically to do a little follow-up on what happened. If you guys watched my first video, you guys would see that I was dealing with a little domestic violence case. So this is basically just a follow-up to let you guys know what happened after. But yeah, so I just wanted to give a quick shout out to my sister Deanna. She does do the outlines to my videos, so I just wanted to shout her out real quick. And thank you, sister, for supporting me and putting everything together. You are truly appreciated. But yeah, I also wanted to give a really big thank you to a lot of the positivity that I was receiving after my first video. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who watched it. I know I didn't expect, a lot of people to watch it. I figured like people would just be like, whatever, it's just another video on the internet, But yeah, so I just wanted to say thank you guys to all of the positive messages that I received. It is truly, truly, truly appreciated. But yeah, I didn't expect to get all the positive feedback that I did. Of course, with positive there is negative, so it's a whole different story. I just want to focus on positive right now. But yeah, thank you guys so much for that positivity. Sorry, apparently I can never speak on camera. But but yeah, so thank you guys so much, and I truly, truly appreciate it. And yeah, so let's get into this video. So since this is a follow-up video, I'm going to answer a couple questions, and hopefully it answers I hope it plays out everything that happened in court. And if it didn't, I'll go ahead and speak on it. So let's see. First question. The day of court, how are you feeling? The day of court, I was a total wreck. I had so much anxiety. I was texting my cousins and I was just like, I can't do this. Like, I feel sick. I feel nauseous. Like, I don't want to be here. Like, my cousin had went with me, thank goodness. My sister had went with me, obviously, because she needed to be there. But yeah, I was so scared, guys. Like, I was just like, I just had so much anxiety. And at first I was okay, because I was just hoping like he wouldn't go, and that the judge would be like, okay, well, your restraining order is granted. He didn't show up, that's his fault, whatever. But yeah, I was so scared the day of court. What in your mind did you believe was gonna happen? I honestly felt like I wasn't gonna get the restraining order. I seriously thought like the judge was gonna be like, no, I can't give you the restraining order, and I would have to deal with everybody all over again, and it would have been another process. Dakota, I'm sorry guys, like, if you have me on Snapchat, y'all will see when I vent, Dakota is always trying to get in my videos. So this is totally off topic, I know, but it's always gonna be a video with me featuring my dog. But yeah, I honestly didn't think that I was gonna get the restraining order. I literally thought in my stomach that it would all be dropped and I wouldn't get what I was fighting for. Were you mentally and physically prepared for this to move forward? mentally and physically, no, I wasn't ready. If you saw my last video, you would have saw that I had to take time off work. I wasn't all there, like mentally, like I had so much anxiety that, you know, it just it took over me. And so my performance at work wasn't good. My like social life wasn't good, you know. And I wasn't 100% me. You see what I mean, guys? He's just trying to sneak up in the video. When you walked into the courtroom, who did you see and how did you feel? When I walked into that courtroom, my sister's the one who pointed it out. I didn't even see who was in there until she said something. My uncle, his girlfriend, and my mom were in the courtroom already. They were already sitting down. And it was so awkward because there was no, there was no room in that courtroom. There was no seats. And then, the only seats that were available were the seats in back of where they were sitting, like 2 seats over. So me, my cousin, and my sister sat in those seats, and it was just so weird because they were literally like, if you turn to the side, you could see them. It was very awkward. How did I feel? I felt like I was gonna puke. I legit thought I was gonna puke because it was just too much stress. I felt so stressed out. What was the outcome of what happened in the courtroom? So this is where I get happy and I get excited. No, just kidding. But the outcome was that I got the restraining order. It was granted for a year. My uncle cannot come around me, my sister, my car, my job, my home. Nobody that he associates with can talk to me regarding him, regarding where I'm at or what I'm doing. And I feel like people fail to realize that he's breaking the restraining order. And I'll get a little bit more into that because more things have happened after the court. Let's see. How did everything go? I feel like everything went well. It went really well. Like, I stood up there and I was a nervous wreck, but when the judge granted the year restraining order and he told me, like, you can go ahead and get your paperwork and you can leave, I was so ecstatic. Like, I walked into that courtroom confident as heck. I looked like nothing was bothering me because I didn't want nobody else to get the satisfaction of me being in fear. So I walked in there confident, and I just walked out confident because, you know, I got what I wanted. But yeah, I was so happy. I was like, when I walked out of that courtroom, I was so happy. Like, my face lit up. Like, I knew I did something for a reason, and I wasn't gonna let a person who's abusive get away with anything. And I'm so happy that I did this. And yeah, so I was so happy for the rest of the day. So that's how I felt, and that's how it went down. I was happy. How did you feel when everything was finally over? I feel like I just answered that. I was so excited. I was so happy. Like, I called people, you know, once court was done, and I was like, they granted the restraining order. I'm so happy. You know, like, I went through a whole month feeling miserable. I had anxiety. I couldn't sleep. I was stressed. I had breakdown after breakdown. I felt like I had no support. You know, people who said that they would support me didn't support me. People who I thought wouldn't support me actually supported me, you know, and so I felt like it was all coming down on me. And you know, I made sure that I prayed every day that the answer that we got would be the answer that I would receive, you know. So I'm so excited, and I was so happy to know that, you know, it went my way. And yeah, I couldn't thank the people enough who were on my side. I couldn't thank everyone enough. You know, you guys really like supported me when I felt like I was like when people were telling me I was doing, like, when they told me what I was doing was wrong. I just want to thank the people who told me, no, you're doing the right thing, because you guys are what kept me going, you know. So that was basically what happened. Let's see what else happened. I don't really think that much happened that day. I did have to go to the police station, and I had to give the forms that said that, you know, he can't be around me, and he can't be around me or anything that has to do with me. Now to the fun part, because people feel like it's okay to do what they're doing. I'm tired of people trying to tell a story when they were not even there. I'm tired of people trying to bash me, bash my name, bash my sister, you know, our decisions. I'm tired of people saying that I have growing up to do because I went to put a restraining order when I should just get over things. So, I don't know if you guys remember in my first video, I had said how, you know, I had a mother figure tell me how I needed growing up to do, and that she was choosing sides, which, you know, is fine. Cool. You want to back up your kids, that's fine. You know, but proof doesn't lie. And so you can be in denial all you want, but proof doesn't lie, baby. Proof does not lie. And so after that, I know it's taken me a couple of months to do a follow-up video, but that's because I'm dealing with my own stuff, guys. You know, like, I have my own life. I mean, I don't have a lot of things going on in my life, but you know, I started school again, so I've been focusing on school, trying to get back on track with work. You know, now that everything is better, I'm trying to get back on track to making things better for me at work. But yeah, so I've just been dealing with a lot of my own situations. Last week I celebrated my best friend's birthday on the 28th of November. So he passed away, so I've been just kind of intaking that. So finally I was like, I need to do this video already, because, you know, I just wanted to give everybody a follow-up on what happened. So I've just been dealing with life. But yeah, so for Thanksgiving, you know, growing up, we were always with our family. Me and my sister, it's always been great to get with your cousins and your uncles and your aunts and, you know, your godparents and, you know, so forth. This year, me and my sister kind of did something really different. We spent it with our dad. He's actually our stepdad, but he's been in our lives. He's been in my life for 20 years. He's been in my sister's life since she was born. So that's her dad. Not by blood, but, you know, we couldn't ask for a better father. So we spent it with him this year. And yeah. So we had already had all these planned out, you know, for a month already. Like, oh, we're going to go to dad's and, you know, this and that. And I got a disturbing message, you know, on my Facebook. Nobody likes to text me anymore, so they like to just go on Messenger and message me. And it was just saying how I was not invited to my godmother's house because my uncle would be there, and they would prefer him to be there than me, which I was okay with because I didn't even get invited to go there. 2, I already made plans to go with my dad because my sisters and my brother were not going to be there. So I didn't want my dad to be alone. Yeah, so I just wanted to read the messages to you guys so that I can tell you the truth about what happened and not some made-up story. I have like hair everywhere. And not some made-up story that didn't even happen. So let me just give you guys, because I got the proof, you know. So yeah, so instead of asking, hey, you know, what are your plans for Thanksgiving? You know, I got hit with the message, just want to notify you, we will be spending Thanksgiving with your Nina and would appreciate you not showing up as your uncle will be there. Thanks. I say my uncle because I don't want to say his name because I know a lot of people don't know. And so whatever. And so my response was, I would appreciate not receiving any messages regarding him as I was not going to go there. And if I was invited, that would be my decision. Thanks. She said, just notifying so there would be no drama. As a grown-up, this was a proper thing to do. Sorry if I hit a nerve. So the proper thing, even if I was to go, that would be my decision. He knows the rules. So again, I would appreciate if I didn't receive any messages about him or vice versa. Since this, again, is him breaking the restraining order rules since you are a third-party person. And I know a lot of people don't know the rules or like about restraining orders. So basically on my restraining order, it is approved and granted by the judge that my uncle cannot he cannot be around me, he cannot be around my sister, he cannot be around my vehicle, he cannot be around my home, he cannot be around my job, he cannot ask anybody to ask me where I'm at, where I'm living, where I'm working. He cannot know my whereabouts. And this here, these messages are breaking the rules of the restraining order. So I was just advising she should not be doing this because it breaks the restraining order rules. My uncle does not need to know where I'm at, what I'm doing. It's none of his business. So I was just letting her know, and clearly she thought like it was just like all fun and games or something. She said, is that your power? We weren't invited, and your Nina knows again. So whatever, Crystal, I think you still need some growing up to do, just being nice. Nothing in those messages were nice. I mean, I don't know, maybe her definition and my definition of nice is different, but I know reading those messages, and I know people who read those messages were like, what? But yeah, I said that I wasn't gonna go, so I would just be preferred to be left alone. And so, you know, when people don't know how to continue to bash me, their best comeback is you need to grow up. Okay. You see, like, I would have grown up properly if my mother was involved in my life. I would have grown up the way you think I should grow up if your daughter was in my life the way she was supposed to be, instead of doing the things that she's not supposed to be doing. And that is not just like to bash other people, that is just the real truth, and anybody can tell you that. But yeah, so I mean, I don't know what else these people want from me. I've come to peace with what is going on in my life with my family members. I'm cool with a lot of my family. You know, I still talk to a lot of my family. When they see me, they see me. When they don't, then they don't, you know. And if I happen to come across you and we have a conversation, then we have a conversation. But what I don't like is when people try to make up a story when they were not even there. The only thing that you can say is you heard your son yelling at me. You heard your son saying, oh, if I wanted to hit her, she would have really been on the floor. I would have hurt her. Okay, that's the only thing that you should be saying as a person trying to tell the story. You know, this person has said themselves how they weren't there, so they didn't know what was going on. So if you don't know what's going on, why are you trying to tell a story that you know nothing about? But yeah, so I get people telling me every day, you know, oh, so and so's gonna have a conversation with you because they think that you're in the wrong. And what's so funny is that I come across these people and I'm like, really? So then why didn't this person have a conversation with me last Tuesday when I was hanging out with them? Or why didn't this person sit down and have a conversation with me on Saturday when I was at the bar with them? Or last Friday when I was having, you know, dinner with them? Like people like to try to threaten me and try to scare me, and it's just like, okay, well, I'm ready to have that conversation whenever you are. I'm an open book, and I'll tell you what happened. You know, it's no surprise that the person who's an abuser, it's no surprise that he's an abuser. You know, I heard it from myself, you heard it from yourself, you know, people who are involved in his life have heard it, and so it's no surprise. You know, and so when people try to back up other abusers, it's crazy. It's so crazy to me. But yeah, so I just wanted to give that negative part of what happened after the whole restraining order and court and all of that. So the good thing is I got the restraining order. Bad thing is people are still trying to come after me after everything is all done. The only thing that I can say is that I mind my business and I do what I have to do to survive and succeed. You know, I work 16 hours in a day. I work 9 at my first job, and then I work another 8 or 7 on my second. Like, I have school that I'm attending. I'm a full-time student. I'm working 2 jobs. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't know how much more, you know, a person can do to mind their business and stay out of, you know, other people's business. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't have a life because I'm trying to make better for my life. And when people aren't doing anything with themselves, they have no choice but to make a good person look bad. And so that was one of the reasons why I wanted to do a follow-up video, because again, I'm tired of people trying to speak on a story that they know nothing about when they weren't even there. So I wanted to update the ones who saw it, and thank you for the 156 people who saw my first video. I truly appreciate that. So this follow-up video is for you, and I also wanted to give my truth and speak on the things that happened, you know, for those who constantly hear other people's story that were not even involved, rather than the actual people who were involved. You know, if you wanted to know a story, you could have came to me, you could have went to my sister, you could have went to him, I mean, who knows? He probably telling lies too, but you know, if it's anything that I've learned, and for anybody else who ever goes through this, make sure you record everything that's happening, because I guarantee you people will try to speak about your situation when they were not even there. So unless you have proof, like it's like it never even happened. So this is why, like, I'm thankful that these people who message me, and when I'm able to get video of people, like, I'm thankful for that, because you know what, like, let me show you my receipts. You know, so if it's anything that I've learned, it's keep your receipts, because people out here will try to bash you, try to make you look like you're this horrible person, and in reality you're just minding your business, and you're just trying to make a better you know. So I think that's just gonna be the end of this video before I continue to rant. But yeah, so again, I just want to thank my sister Deanna for my little outline, and I want to thank everybody else who continues to watch my videos and my little rants, and you know, I truly appreciate it. And again, I pray and I hope that you guys share this video for the next person, if ever somebody needs it, and especially if you can, or if you want, to share my first video, because I know, let me tell you, you would be surprised by the people who are in domestic violence situations and they don't know how to go about it. And if I can help one person, that's all that matters. And I know in my heart and my desire is to help people, and if that's one thing that can help the next person, I pray that it reaches them and they see it. But yeah, so thank you guys again for watching and viewing my videos. It is truly appreciated, and I couldn't thank you guys enough, and thanks for hearing me out. I don't know if I will be doing any more videos. I just kind of wanted to do this because this was something that I was going through, but you know, I kind of enjoyed doing this, so we'll see what the future holds for me. But in the meantime, catch me on Instagram, catch me on Twitter, and catch me on, what else do I have? But yeah, so catch me on Instagram, catch me on Snapchat, catch me on Twitter, catch me on Facebook. I'm out there and I'm public, so don't be afraid to hit me up if you have any questions. If I don't have the answer to certain things, best believe I'll find the answers. I'm a very good FBI person. Just kidding. But yeah, have a good day, guys, and yeah.